Assalamualaikum everyone. From now we are going to start developing our project. First we have to create a new folder. I'm going to give it a name, my project. Inside this folder we will install Laravel. So open this folder, and inside this folder we have to open the command prompt. Just single click here and type cmd. You will see that path of the CMD is desktop and my project. That means we have opened the CMD inside our folder, and now what we have to do is we have to install the Laravel. To install Laravel we need to use a command composer create project Laravel /Laravel. Then the project title I'm going to use image generator. Enter. Okay, our installation is running and we have to wait till the end. Great, our installation is complete. Now we are going to close all of these things and we have to open the code editor. I'm going to use Visual Studio Code Editor. You can use this one or you can use anything else like Sublime Text is also good. I'm going to open the folder we have recently created, and this is my project, and we can see there are two folders, my project and the image generator folder. Inside this image generator folder all the default Laravel things are here. So I'm going to create a new terminal inside this folder, and you can see the path here, desktop my project. To go to this image generator folder we have to use cd command and type the folder name image generator. Just enter. Now you can see the path is desktop my project image generator. Okay, now we have to check if our Laravel application is working or not. So we have to write down a command which is php artisan serve. Okay, you can see the server is running on this URL. We are going to copy it and paste it here. Okay, perfect. Our Laravel application is running fine, and you can see the Laravel version is 9 here. Also the PHP version showing, but this is not my PHP version actually. I will show that later. Now what we have to do is we have to make some changes. First we have to go to the route folder, then select the web.php file. Inside the web.php file, this is the main page we are seeing, this one. So we are going to give it a name which will be welcome. Why we are giving it a name? Because using a name we can easily use this page and we can easily get access using this name. Then we have to go to the resources folder. Inside the resources folder you will find the views and the welcome blade.php file. This file is the main file. We can see it here. We don't need anything here, so we are going to remove all of these things. Just reload the page. Okay, you can see there is nothing here, totally blank. Now what we have to do is we have to create a new folder inside the views. So I'm going to create a new folder, going to give it a name layouts. Inside this folder we will store all the necessary files, such as I'm going to create another file. I'm going to give it a name index.blade.php, and we will use the Bootstrap 5 boilerplate here. As I previously mentioned that I'm going to use Bootstrap 5, so just visit the Bootstrap 5 page, go to the documentation, and you will see there is a starter template here. Just copy the code and paste it here. Okay, you can remove this one because we will not need this one anymore, and I'm going to remove the hello world part and change the title. Image generator using OpenAI API and Laravel. Okay, save the file. And now what we have to do is we have to create a container here. Inside the container we will set up the form, but before doing that we have to give the access of this style sheet and the script file to welcome.blade.php file. So we have to use extends then layouts.index. So what is happening here actually, this extends function is calling the layouts folder. Inside the layouts folder we are getting the index file, and inside the index file we are getting access to the Bootstrap style sheet and the script file. So if we want to check, then we have to create a Bootstrap file here, Bootstrap button, btn primary, and we are going to give it a name default. Okay, let's reload the page. You can see we got the access of Bootstrap. Now we can design our form here, but before doing that we have to create a new section and give it a name main, and in section here. Okay, inside this main section we will write down the code. Sorry. Then we have to create an L here. I'm going to give it a name main. What will happen, whatever we write inside this main section, this will appear here. Okay, let me show you. Button class, I'm going to use danger this time, default. Then reload the page. You can see, and let's inspect this element. You can see inside the container we are getting the button here, but our container is in the index page. So whatever we write down here, this will appear inside this container. Now we have to design the form. To design the form we have already the container, so now we are going to use the row. Okay, dot row, and we want everything is in center, so I'm going to use justify content center. Okay, then we have to create a column, and we will give col md6. That will be the perfect size, I think. Then we have to create a card, and inside this card we have to create a card header and a card body. Okay, now we have the card header and the card body, and if we want to make some styling, then we have to give a style here. We are going to use style tag here. Then I'm going to use the one thing is you have to use the style tag inside the main section. So I'm going to use this here, and I'm going to beautify the file HTML. Okay, then we are going to use the card class and background image. Okay, then what we have to do is we have to search Bootstrap gradient color. Okay, then mdbootstrap.com, you will find this website, and select a style from here. I'm going to use this one. Okay, rare wine gradient. Just inspect this element, right click on here, and you will see the background image here. Just copy this one and paste it here. Okay, we have to give it a name here. I'm going to use h4 tag, image generator using OpenAI API and Laravel. Okay, Okay, then let's reload the page. Okay, we got our form here, but we need some margin, so I'm going to add some margin here. I'm going to use the Bootstrap MT5 class. It will add some margin at the top. Okay, then I'm going to make it center. The text will be in center, so I'm going to use the text center class here. Text center. Let's reload the page. Okay, now we have to create two different fields, form fields. The first one is the input text, and the second one is the select text attributes. Okay, then you have to go to the Bootstrap 5 documentation and search your form, then select the form control. Okay, I'm going to copy this one image field. Just click and copy this one and paste it. Before doing that, we have to create a form, and inside this form we are going to use copy this one and beautify the file again. I am going to give it a name. Imagine anything and write down here. I'm going to change the placeholder as well. Okay, then I'm going to change the type. Input type will be text. Okay, then let's reload the page. We got the input text here, and now what we have to do is we have to create a select attribute. Then just select this select part, copy this part of code and paste it here. Then I'm going to use again beautify HTML. We don't need this anymore. Okay, now we have got the select attribute as well. I'm going to make some changes. Select size small, medium and large. I'm going to give it a value and the large will be LG. Okay, most of the part is complete and we're going to give it a label as well. So I'm going to copy this and paste it here. I think it will be better to use this margin bottom field as well. Please select a size. Okay, now let's reload the page. Okay, we have to remove this one and save the file. Okay, the problem is we have to use this here. Have to remove. We have created the level, but we didn't turn off this. So I'm going to use this one, and okay, it's perfect now. Now we are going to use the extension. Basically, I'm using a extension here which is called the beautify extension, which will help you to rearrange the codes. You can rearrange it by HTML, CSS or JS. Then we have to create a button. I'm going to use a HR and create a button. Input type will be submit and the class will be button btn is secondary, and we're going to give it a value. The value will be generate image. Okay, the button is here as well, but we want to make it in center. To do that, we have to give it a class text center, and we have to replace this in button inside the div. Now it will work. Okay, And one more thing is we have to choose the method as post. Okay, our form part is complete. If we click on the button, nothing happens because we didn't develop the coding part here. So in my next video I will show how you can develop that part.